got my hands on the new Guerlain quad and lipsticks and bronzer. If you want to know what lipsticks I chose, what shade, and which of the quads I got, and what else I have on my face, then stay watching. So I'm going to move on with foundation. Of course, I'm going to use the Terracotta Le Tint Glow. Beautiful packaging. And mine is shade 1N. It's a beautiful foundation, and I'm going to just get one squirt or maybe two, and we'll work with that. Hopefully you'll be able to cover my redness. I'm going to use my BK Beauty 101 foundation brush, and let's start with the side. I've used this foundation before a few times. For me, it's a fuller coverage than what I am used to. That's why I only leave it for like special occasions or when I want my makeup to last a long time. I wear this foundation because it's, again, more coverage than what I'm used to or what I prefer. But it's a beautiful foundation, and it does cover my redness. As you can tell, you can still see my skin, but it's still a lovely foundation. Okay, so there you have it on this side. You see how beautiful, and it gives me a natural looking radiance. And then I have nothing on this one, but it feels really, really light. It's breathable, and it's just a lovely, lovely foundation. I'm gonna need to get a little bit more to cover the other side. Alright, we're gonna move on with concealer. I'm gonna follow up with a Terracotta concealer in shade 1N as well. This one has an applicator, not a pump. So I'm gonna go straight in. Try to conceal my dark circles. Now, the star of this video would be the new quad and bronzer powder, but I do want to show you how I apply everything else. I'm going to use the Esam Cosmetics V29 concealer brush. Make sure I get it in there, and the excess I'm going to apply it over the lid. Now, the bronzer, blush, and highlighter are powder, so what I'm going to have to do, and what I'm going to do first, is apply a little bit of face powder and then apply bronzer, blush, and highlighter on top. If it were cream products, then I'll do that first, then the powder, but that's not the case today, so we're gonna do it in that way. Look how beautiful, creamy. It looks really good. Doesn't accentuate my lines. I realize my camera's a little bit twisted because here we go, I was doing stuff around the room and I moved the camera by mistake, and I just realized, so I hope you guys don't mind. Now it's right in the middle. So like I said, we're gonna use a little bit of face powder. I did not get the newest one, like the latest one, but I do have the meteorites that came out last year, the year before. These are the pearly white. Not sure they still have it available, but it's what I'm gonna use today because it's what I have, and it has like a little puff, which I like. I just love the way it smells. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. It's not too much violet like it used to be. It's a different scent, but it's nice. So I'm gonna get some with the powder and twist it a little bit. Make sure I get my eye area. Make sure it's all set in, and it's so fine. It's just beautiful, and the scent is gorgeous. And I'm a little bit in my T-zone because I tend to sweat, or I'm sorry, a little bit oily there. There you go, so easy, and I love the way it smells. Let's move on with bronzer and blush and highlight. I'm gonna do it, I think I'm gonna do eyes first, then I'll do my face. I usually do the other way around, but I'm gonna do my eyes first today just because I just can't wait to see this beautiful quad. It's the newest one, the Emerald Feather 870. Look how gorgeous that is. Wow. Let's give it a quick swatch in the back of my hand, and then we'll decide what shades to apply where. Look how beautiful. Very pigmented, really nice payoff. Wow. It's a stunner. Look how gorgeous that is. Now the problem is going to be deciding what I'm going to wear. I think I'm gonna go like soft with this color all over the lid, and then I'll probably apply this on a little bit here in the corner. I'll use this in the waterline, and then I'll use this in the inner half. What do you guys think of that? Because I want to use all the shades today. I think I'm gonna do that, but it looks really pigmented, so I'm gonna go slowly. Don't want it to be too much today. I do have a meeting shortly on Teams online, so I want to look nice, but I don't want to be like too much either. If it were just like a regular day that I don't have to do anything else after, I'll even do 2 looks, 1 in each eye, but it's not the case today. So I'm gonna do really soft, subtle look with these are really like pigmented shades, which is gorgeous. So I'm gonna start with that light coppery brown shade, and I'm going to apply softly with an Eastern Cosmetics V34. This is like my go-to brush for eyelids, so I'm just gonna get a little bit, and I don't see any fallout, which is great. And I'm gonna just go first in the crease. I only picked up a little bit, and look how much already pays off. I'm gonna go into the crease, make sure I give my hooded eyes a little bit of dimension, and then once I have my crease done, then I'll just go in and blend it into the rest of the eyelid. And now I want to go in with that green. I'm going to get a smaller brush, Eastern Cosmetics still, but this is the S35. It's a smaller brush, and I'm going to go in with that beautiful forest green. No fallout, which is really nice. And I'm just going to go here on the edge, go back a little, grab a little bit more. I'm going to press it in, and then I'll fluff it out. I'll blend it out because I don't want to have any fallout on my face. No fallout yet, but just in case. I think it's subtle, but it's pretty. Green is my favorite color, so when I saw this quad, I believe they came out with another quad, but this is the one that I fell in love with, the color story, because green is my favorite color. So I'm gonna, without grabbing anymore, I'm just gonna make sure that it's well blended out. I'm gonna go back with that fluffier brush that I used earlier and blend out here the edges. And I wasn't gonna do this, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna get some of that green with my finger and apply it here, like in the middle of the lid. It's not shimmery, it's satin, but it's still a pop of green in the middle of the lids. And then now with my index finger, I'm gonna go in with that gold and apply it. I'll press it in, and then I'll blend it out with my finger. I think, of course, you could use brushes, but I like to use my finger because I feel that I have more payoff. And I'll just press it in with my finger. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? These shades are so pigmented. Love it. And there's no fallout, none whatsoever. I'm gonna pick up now a tiny, or tinier, a smaller brush. Again, Eastern S31. And I'm gonna go in with that green we used earlier, just the tip, and I'm gonna go into the waterline. I'm not gonna use a lot, just a little bit, and I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it is so pretty. And my eyes are hazel, but when I wear green or like earth tones, they tend to get a little bit greener. I'm really liking the way my eyes are looking, eye shade and eye look as well. Wow, love it. I'm gonna use a highlighter later to pop in the corner of the eye, but since I'm already doing the eyes, I'm gonna work on with mascara. I'm gonna use a Guerlain mascara. I don't know if it has an official name, just, oh yes it does, the Noir G mascara. I like the shape of the wand, and it's getting fluffy. Alright, eyes are done. Lovely mascara as well. It fluffs them out. They look really pretty natural. Love it. So then eyes are done. We're gonna move in with the rest of the face, and like I said earlier, I'm gonna be using the new bronzer, the bronzing powder, and Peacock. This is, let me show you how gorgeous this is. And I haven't used it yet. I know when I start using it, that gold foil is gonna rub off, but it is what it is. I have to try it, and that's what I'm gonna do with you guys today. I'm going to use a Sonia G Jumbo bronzer, and I'm just gonna swirl it all together. Oh, you see it's gone already. I'm so sad, but you know, that's how it is. I'm gonna just swirl it a few times, and you see me before, you know that I don't contour. I just apply it basically all over just to give me a bronze look, but I like to accentuate my cheek area, and then the perimeter of my face, and I just apply it all over. And I like to give myself, again, a bronzed look, not necessarily a contour look, because I don't really know how to contour. Just apply here on the cheek area, and you see already how beautiful it is, and it's a beautiful shade. It's not too orangey, and it has a slight shimmer because of that foil. And then with the same brush, just go down here, make sure I have it all over. You can see the difference, how beautiful it is. And whatever's left, apply in the middle of my face. There you go, beautiful. I really like this bronzer. It's gorgeous. I'm just sad that that top foil, that gold, is gone already, but the bronzer itself is really pretty. I'm glad that came out okay, because sometimes bronzers are tricky sometimes. They could be a little too orangey or too tan, too dark. But this one I think is perfect. I might have a little bit more on one side than the other, so I'm gonna go back and put a little bit more here. There we go. Perfect. We're gonna move on with blush, and it's not new, but it's a lovely blush. It's same, it's all the terracotta line with beautiful packaging. This is the terracotta blush in the shade light nude. I'm more like into peachy blushes, but this one is lovely. I remember it was lovely, and we're gonna use it again. And I say remember because I get to try so much makeup that I don't get to try. I'll use this blush as much as I would like to. That's why I like to go back and visit old makeup, but it's not really that old. I'm gonna use the the Refer number 3 to use this blush. It's pigmented, and I think I picked up too much, so I'm gonna go first, pounce it a little bit. Look how beautiful. And it's completely matte. There's no shimmer. And make sure I get a little bit here on the temple and my forehead. See the difference blush makes. I need to have some texture because that rash I have, a little rash I got, but it doesn't really accentuate my texture that much. And then a little bit here on the top of my nose, the center of my face. There we go. Gorgeous, beautiful. And now we're gonna move in with highlighter. This is one of my favorite highlighters, and it's the Terracotta Luminizer in Cool Ivory. Let me get a swirl so you guys could see, in case you haven't seen it. Look how beautiful that is. You guys see it? Gorgeous. And I'm gonna use the Rare Beauty highlighter brush because it's the first one I picked up, the first one I saw. And I'm gonna swirl it all over and get it where I like to apply highlighter, right here in the top area of my cheekbone, a little bit on the top of my right here, my brow bone. I've also applied this highlighter with the finger, and it's also another way to apply it, but today we're using the brush. That's pretty. I'm gonna grab that tiny brush I used earlier, swipe it off, clean it, and go in for the inner corner. Highlighters also work for inner corners. And grab a little bit more for the bridge of my nose here. That's it. That's it for highlighter. Beautiful. I mean, I've used them before. I've used the blush and the luminizer before, so I know it's lovely. And the mascara as well. And now, last but not least, I do want to try their lipsticks. They came out with a few shades, and I ordered 2 of them, and in their own case, because I couldn't help myself. I love peacocks. They're beautiful creatures, and I don't know, I'm not sure what this is, but it's still lovely. And I believe I put like a red one here and a nude one here, kind of like to match the case. I'm gonna try both, but I think I'm gonna stay with the nude one because when I do like an intense eye look, I like to go light on the lips, and when I go dark on the lips or intense on the lips, I like to go light on the eyes. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try the red one first, and then I'll just swipe it off and try the nude one, which I don't know how difficult it's gonna be because it is matte. So here is the lipstick, the first one. The shade right now, I don't have it. I have to look up the name because the bullet doesn't say it. Let me see if it says it in the bottom. Oh, it's kind of hard to take it out. I can't take it off now, but if I find the shade name, I'll put in the link down below. So let's try that one first. Case does have a mirror, and I got my name engraved, or my channel name, SimplyDeeBeauty. So let's give it a try. Oh, they're matte, but they're so soft, really soft. Not as pigmented, but they do feel soft. Like I have to swirl it a few times. See, I do like peacocks. Okay, I guess once you start using it, then it starts applying better. and it feels really soft. So this is the red one. I had to get the name for you, but look how beautiful that shade is. And there is transfer, so it's not transfer proof. But there you go. I'm gonna swipe it off now and then go in with the other nude shade. All right, here's the other one. So it's like a little burnt orange. I thought it was nude, but it's like a burnt orange. So here you go. This is that other shade. Beautiful. And yes, I like this one better for the eye look that I did today. So what do you guys think of this quad? I think it's gorgeous. The lipsticks are beautiful and everything else came out together beautifully. Like, it's most of it is not new, but there's a few new things here: the quad, the lipsticks, and the bronzer. And I think everything worked out gorgeous. Beautiful summer look, and even good for like the fall season. So let me know your thoughts down below. If you picked up this quad or the other one that the Guerlain came out with, please let me know. Really interested to know what your thoughts are and what you think of this look. I'm going to leave links of everything down below in case you're interested. And I want to thank you guys for spending your time with me. It means a lot to me. This is all I have for you today for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you have some more time, please don't go, because I'm going to leave here links of 2 more videos that might be interesting to you. So again, thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.